Yo, what's up, guys? Josh, 6 Up Tabletop. Time to finish this beer. Because I just lost my last video, and I spent a little while making basically contrast versus regular paint for Sisters of Slaughter. But here was the one that I just completed with contrast. I think it turned out pretty interesting. I used Wildwood Brown for the whip and for the little chain. I used red. It was the contrast, and the skin was Gilliman Flesh, and the boots and the gauntlets were Administratum Gray. So I think, it turned out alright. I used standard metallics for the rest of the things. Alright, let's compare that to the... Alright, so this is the sister that I completed. Just standard with no contrast. On the boots, obviously not gray. Abaddon black. And different color leather. I think this sister turned out a little bit better. It was going to be the whole gist of my video, but instead let's review a couple quick facts about the Sisters of Slaughter. And yeah, so here's a unit overview. That wasn't my original video, it was going to be a painting. But let's take a look at some of their stuff. And yeah, make a quick video. Thanks. Alrighty, so the Sisters of Slaughter can be armed with a barbed whip or sacrificial knife. You can also equip the shield on them instead of the knife. I have all my sisters modeled with whips and shields. The whip is 2-inch range, 2 attacks, 3's to hit, 4's to wound, no rend, 1 damage. Could definitely be buffed. 1 wound apiece. You run them in squads of 10 for 120 points. Yeah, but let's get a shot of the sister there. Bravery 7, 6 up save, but the shield does give them a 5+ save, which is definitely helpful. You can run a standard bearer, and then it's like all the other Daughters of Khaine. You get to roll 2 dice for battle shocks, which is amazing. They can pile in 6 inches, which is fantastic. You can hold them until like one of the last selections of combat pile in, because they cannot pile into you. If they're outside of 3, you can pile in if you're within 6, which is awesome. The Hornblower, you can run and charge, pretty standard for Daughters of Khaine infantry. Go look at the contrast one. The Handmaiden should have as like a whip that has like 2, like a separate barb. And yeah, so the Handmaiden gets 2 attacks. Handmaiden adds 1 to the hit roll. And yeah, they're pretty good. 6-inch move, 120 points for 10. I mean, it's adding the knife does add an extra attack, but most of the time, I think mathematically it ends a little bit better if you take the shield. It's nice to deal those mortal wounds back, especially if something's going to wipe a squad of 10, guaranteed. Be able to make some 6s and inflict mortal wounds back, even if they're going to die, is definitely pretty attractive. I guess that's pretty much all. There's a couple different ways you can run them on the battlefield. I tend to prefer Witch Elves, even though they did get nerfed a little bit and their points went up. But Sisters of Slaughter are pretty awesome units. Pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed painting them. I would, if you're painting a ton of them, I would give contrast a go, but I definitely enjoy the look of pale witch flesh, and I think it looks a little bit more vibrant for the non-contrast paints. Alright, Josh, 6 Up Tabletop. Thank you guys for stopping by. Fortunately, couldn't get this painting video out, but hopefully I can do that sometime in the future. And keep on wargaming. Take care.